Got it. Live streamed. Okay, so now we go.
Now you got to go find it.
Yeah, you betcha. Yeah, there's YouTube. No notification. No new notifications. Oh, Paul Murray's live. 2 seconds ago. Hit the like button. Pop out chat, and Mike Rennick should be there shortly.
Is that who you're betting on?
Ah, damn! I was wrong. Little Llama Laura beat him to it.
Oh, yeah. I was just talking to Laura.
And there's AG Drone Dude. All within about 30 seconds.
Welcome, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
That's funny.
Yeah, I was running a couple of minutes late this morning. I had to stop, get some fuel, get a little low. $1.44 a liter this morning. Come down a little bit, about a cent. Yeah, she's quick there, Mike. So anything happening down there in the great ice field of the St. Clair?
No, it's just everything's all iced up. There isn't much going on. It's the only reason they're keeping it open now is for the tankers.
Yeah. Well, it shouldn't freeze as hard today because it's like above freezing right now, isn't it? Or
Yeah,
right on freezing.
36 degrees here.
Oh, so it's above freezing now. So.
Yep. Hey, Laura's here. There she is. Rob is here. He's just doesn't have his camera on, so he can hear everybody.
Yep, that's good. We're here. We're all here. We're here. We're all here, or whatever.
We're all here. That's it. That's all that matters. Oh, hit the like button like I just did now.
Okay, so the Biscayne's going back north again, they said?
Yeah, let me see.
Oh, it's way up or almost Mackinac, almost about another hour, 2 hours.
Yeah, it was headed north last night.
It's up around Alpena.
Yep.
But they headed north getting there last night. Let me see what's out in the water. Elgo North doing 8.1 knots out in Lake Erie, and the Nay Bay doing 11.7 knots. I wonder if it's going out to rescue it or something. Well,
yeah, Bay, yeah, that's probably waiting to escort. Usually they get off the tip there.
Yeah,
there's a lot of ice jammed up between Pelee Island and Point Pelee.
Yeah. It's just that the Elgo North is pointing in a funny direction. That's all.
Elgo North doing 8.1 knots out in Lake Erie, and
if you got to turn off your YouTube there, Rob.
Doing 11.7 knots. I wonder if it's going out to rescue it or something. Well, yeah, That's probably waiting to escort. Usually they get off the tip there.
Hey, Rob, you got to shut off YouTube.
Pelee Island,
and sorry.
That's okay. At our age, sometimes we like to revisit the past, right?
Oh. If anybody's bad for it, be me.
Hey, Matty. Yeah, so while I'm here, I need a couple of rags.
Oh, yeah?
Go on.
For, wiping down my bits and pieces. So I got a nice T-shirt.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll use this one for rags.
AZ want to know how you're doing, Rob.
Yeah, I'm doing good at the moment. Now I'm cutting this T-shirt up.
Well, they look like you're feeling better there, Rob.
Oh,
So Maddie, what's new, buddy?
oh, what a shame. Isn't it, Paul?
Yeah.
A shame.
You need the rags. You need the rags. You know.
I know.
Yeah, it's like
See, that fall, I had to change the sign a bit.
oh,
That's cool.
To
Coming
realtor.ca.
oh,
They got to
okay.
be on there apparently.
Oh,
Yeah.
Paul's been just making signs left and right.
Yep. Yeah, I got 3 signs to do this morning. I got 1 book for Friday already.
Thank you, Mike. I feel a bit better today.
Yeah. Well, I got a new customer I put the sign up for on Friday, so that's good. I got 1 up and 2 down this morning.
Wow,
Well, at least it's not too cold to go do them this morning.
that keeps you busy.
Oh yeah, keep me
Are
out
they,
of trouble.
are they close or long ways away?
Nope, they're all in town. They're all in town. Yeah, they don't take long to do. Two of them are those vinyl posts, so I'm waiting
So
to hear back.
What's your? You've been using the vinyl post now for about a month. What's your overall feeling?
They're nice and light. The only problem is I gotta almost take them apart to put them in my truck because they're 6 feet tall. My box is 6 feet long, but they've got another newel thing that goes on top of it, right?
A knob, yeah.
And I think they're gonna scratch up pretty easy. So, Hey, there's
Hey.
Mr. Mika Steve is in the house. Good morning.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve, how's it going?
I'm just making some rags out of an old t-shirt.
Out with the old and with the new.
Yeah, there you go. Laura said, now I'm going to have nightmare. Rob turned his camera on.
I know. She's a cheeky cat. Oh, no helping me, Mike.
Yeah.
So I gotta use a pair of scissors.
Yeah.
Sorry, that'll do me for a little bit now. For wiping down my printer bed and things.
So what are you printing today there, Rob?
Oh, I got some things with old sockets.
Oh, yeah.
Things with old brushes. Some stuff for GoPros and the 360 cams to go on to the FPV drones.
Oh, cool.
The list is like this.
Yeah.
Yes, we got the other. I only got 2 more now. I got rid of the others. They're running in the other room. It's not right, like.
Yeah, geez, you get, I don't know if you get there, Rob or Paul, those Amber alerts.
Yeah, once in a while. Yep.
Yeah,
No.
well, but the freaking phone just screamed, blah, 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 blah. Well, of course, 12:04 this morning. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, but at 9 o'clock, they found the girl, so.
We don't get them. We don't.
No? Oh, it's just crazy. And it was like 150 miles away here that the Amber Alert was for. Like, but it was kind of weird the way things are going because it started last night. They're looking for a little girl that they don't know if she was sleeping over at a friend's or place or what. And they're just going, like, she's only 3 years old. Like, don't you know where your kid is? Like, my God.
Wow.
It's so vague. Yeah. Hang on.
Yeah, Mickey Steve. Laura, you see what she put in there, Rob?
Yeah, see what I put in?
Yes, I did.
I'll just pick up a traffic cone if I need one.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that'd be an interesting print, a traffic cone.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to print some small cones for my RC cars I have.
Sure.
Yes, we can. But you're one of the lucky ones, Steve. Morning, Marshall.
Hey, Marshall.
Did he come on the other night? He said he was going to.
No, he didn't. But he's been on and off every time we're on, and he's always welcome.
Yeah.
I think did I see Steve Carpenter on your?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yep. Yeah. He was on last night.
He's a great bloke, isn't he, Steve?
From California.
If you see him, can you wish him the best from me? I haven't caught up with him in ages.
Yeah, he usually pops in on the evening show, and that would be late night for you.
Yeah, fire hydrant. Yeah, but the handle part gets a little bit sore.
Well, Paul and I will remember to wish him all the best from you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it as well, Steve. Can you see the I don't know if I can point at my camera. Where is it? The man up here. With his two arms out.
Yep.
Printed, and I got.
Is that what you put that's what
7
you put
rolls of filament on it?
Yeah, your filaments on there. Okay, all the spools.
Yeah, and I leave it up and run them straight down into the machine.
Oh, that's cool. So you don't have to move them around.
No.
That's cool.
Yeah, I thought it wouldn't have been strong enough to hold it all, but yeah, it's 2 arms and a picture of a face. It is looks like a strong man holding it up.
Yeah, not much going on here as far as any kind of flying. As you can see, here's the water down by the water. The ice is still pretty jammed up down south of me.
Little thing, John, about Laura. I can't spell. No point in me trying to spell them. Yeah, it haven't froze over then, Paul, the lake.
No, it out there, you can see the shelf of ice, but this is where the main current comes down. And so, but you can see open water behind it. It just depends, Rob, which way the wind is blowing.
Oh, wow.
Because the wind blows the ice out, but along the shore, it stays there. But when the breakers go through and break it up, then you get like this kind of ice will start flowing down the river.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's Frank.
Hey, Mr. Frank the Tank.
God. Hey, Frank.
Hey, how you doing, Rob?
Yeah. I've been watching your videos, but I seen you
cool.
painting the body the other day. Then I seen you on the crawler course on the bridge.
Yeah.
That was a cool video. Yeah, I've been watching. How you been?
Yeah, I've been good. I've been good. I saw you on here, and that's the only reason I came here is just because of you. Just say hi to you. It's not the other guys. It's you.
Okay, fine. If I got control of this, no, I don't.
Sorry, did I say that out loud? Geez, sorry.
That's what happens when you get older.
Let me go get the drifter. I'll show you real quick. It's all finished. It's all done. I'll paint it. It actually looks very good.
is
I'm
it?
happy
Oh
with
yeah, let's see this thing.
Yeah, I know that Frank's been working really hard on,
Oh, he does some amazing stuff, though.
doesn't he?
So I don't know if some of you guys know, but this body was very hacked up. In
Yep.
other words, the fenders were cut wrong and all that. So let me get rid of the background so it shows up better. Okay. So I made a wide body kit for it, the fenders. So,
Oh, wow.
Woohoo!
and I made the turbos for the top, mufflers at the back,
Yeah.
put a spoiler.
The
Close the
twin
box.
stacks is amazing.
That's sweet. That's sweet.
Painted the wheels orange. They used to be chrome.
Yeah.
So what chassis and things you running on that then?
This is a Vetera V100 chassis. It's now
Right.
owned by Losi. Losi owns and makes Vetera the same thing, so you can still get the parts.
So what is that? Is that like a brushless system?
That one does not have a brushless right now, but I could put a brushless. And I basically 3D printed a intercooler, which is going to go right here. That's why the holes are there. To actually
Yeah.
put these holes. So this is going to go right in here in front for the.
So that's a drift car then?
Yeah, it is. It's a drift car. It's a 4-wheel drive drift car. It's very low to the ground, like you can tell.
Yeah.
It's been really slammed down, and the body kit. This is all homemade, like all styrene and glued on and putty, Tamiya putty. It's called, just like real body work. So you can barely tell that, like it's all
Yeah, that
very
is
nicely
awesome.
done.
Oh, well done on that one. I friggin' love it.
Basically painted the back orange where the window is also, just to make different lines and
Is that
different
a big
cuts.
diffuser as well underneath? I can see. Is it?
Pardon me?
Is that a big diffuser on the bottom? I can see.
Yes.
No, just underneath.
Oh yes, at the bottom, yes, it's a big diffuser, air diffuser at the bottom. It came with it. I actually got this on magnets. So one magnet in the rear. So you just lift up the rear and the whole thing comes off. So with magnets.
Yeah.
And then when you put the body on, it's very easy. You just make sure you're lined up properly and it's on. And it's actually holding very strong.
Wow.
So what body is that which you started with?
I don't know. The guy sold it to me. It's a Dodge. It's in about 2000. It's a 2000 model around there. 2000 Dodge pickup.
Yeah. Great splitter as well on the front.
Yeah, and I am
did an
going to be
amazing
putting some
job there.
LEDs in there. Low lighting underneath, so it's going to have like an underneath glow.
Undercarriage glow, yeah.
Yeah, like
That's
a
correct.
Fast and the Furious ones. Are you doing it blue?
No, I'm probably gonna go with yellow, just to match
Oh,
the yellow
yeah.
stripes here, yellow, orange,
Yeah.
or gold. So I haven't decided yet, but it's probably going to be a gold or orange or yellow glow underneath it, just to match the stripe. I'm happy the how it turned out. I really got a very good price for this, and
That's a master. Yeah.
turned out pretty good.
Rob's got a project he's working on too.
Yeah, it's some of it's arriving out today. Everybody's trying to hit this like 100-mile-an-hour thing, and they. Yeah, so what I done was I started with a DR10. Is that the
Okay.
Team Associate?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I bought bigger motor, bigger the SE, different shocks, different wheels, new body, and it's capable of 8S. And I bought a load of different pinion gears and other bits and pieces. So yeah, I'm just gonna start to have a play with that, just to see what I can get it up to. You know, because I know on 3S out of the box, you can get them up to like 55, 60. So I thought, yeah, if I play around with it enough, I should reach the 100-mile-an-hour. Do you think, Frank?
Yeah, if you put the right power system in it, then it should hug the road enough.
So, yeah,
it's
bit of
the
weight
right
in the
platform
front.
to actually do it. Yeah.
Is that a good chassis a good platform to start with?
Yes, to do 100 miles an hour run, you can with a 2-wheel drive, but it's always better to use a 4x4 to actually reach the 100 miles an hour. But it's been done with the.
If I go 4x4, I got the ballooning of the tires and the flipping, the stability, and all that sort of thing. I thought if I got a drag car, I've already got the gyro in it and other bits and pieces.
Yeah, but you got to remember, a drag car is not meant to go fast, like 100 miles an hour. It's meant to go
quick
to
within
pick
that
up
distance.
Yes, to run very fast in a very short distance.
Yes.
So it's complete different geometry and complete different tuning. In other words, your spur gear and your diff, your spur gear has to be different. Your oil diff has to be different.
Yes.
There's a whole bunch of stuff that are different with those cars.
Yeah, I've looked into it quite a lot, and I bought everything. I watched a load of different people, and I bought everything.
That's the best thing to do.
Which have sort of worked for somebody, and I've gone to the next channel, and they said, "Oh, this spear gear works, but the shocks I bought didn't." So I've just bought that spear gear, and then gone on to the next channel, and it's just something for me to do.
Just remember, because a certain thing works for somebody doesn't mean it's going to work for you, because temperature change matters. The temperature of your pavement, the temperature of your car or the environment, how high you are from the sea level, everything matters when you're trying to beat something speed and the wind. So.
Yeah, but I thought obviously it's a challenge.
Yeah.
But I thought the 100-mile-an-hour is nowhere near like people trying to hit the 200-mile-an-hour.
It's way easier nowadays to reach that 100 miles an hour than it was before.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Like the infraction, that's like 70 or 80.
Yeah, right out of the box, they're already right out of the box. Some of them are actually 60 or 70 miles an hour right out of the box. Yeah. So it doesn't take much to bring it up by changing the electronics and the gearing.
Yeah, just a new motor and ESC. I expect with a bigger battery would throw it over that. But yeah, I just wanted something, a platform to start on, which I'm going to modify then myself. So JD, just grip it and rip it. I'm going to try. Yeah, I've been meaning to catch up with you for ages, but I haven't seen you about. And then I did see you over on Canadian Droner, but I'm banned.
Okay.
So yeah, it is good to see you.
Yep.
Uh,
What
have you
about,
seen-
was it JD that he smashed up his one there when he hit that curb? I think it was him, wasn't it? Yeah.
JD as well? He's trying it, the
Yeah.
100 mile an hour, but he's using a big rock, I think.
Yeah.
The big rock. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you
No.
do have to get foam tires. You do have to get foam tires because they're the best for high speed run. They don't balloon.
yeah,
when you do it.
he's pretty knowledgeable, and I can't remember what speed he's got it up to.
Because
Well,
I
he's
tried
saying
doing
that-
a speed run with my Savage. It's a big, the Savage is a big one, and I just got tires on it. But they're as soon as I run 6S on that thing, it's like pizza cutters.
Yeah,
And you're going like 60 miles an hour coming down the street, and the only thing you can see is the
Yes.
car coming, but the tires are like this wide.
yeah, it's lifted up.
Normally
And
this wide,
it's
but
doing
not-
all he had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, what do you think of these new Raminators and all that?
I got a call coming in. Talk to you guys later.
Go on.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks, Frank.
See you, Frank.
Yeah, Frank's a very knowledgeable guy when it comes.
Yeah, I like speaking with Frank. He always puts me in the right directions.
Yep. JD, hanging with JD says XO1.
I know. I don't know what it is. I'm searching it now. Oh, Power Armor.
Out of the box.
Oh wow, yeah. The thing is, I didn't just want to buy one, which does it. I wanted to build it, which does it.
Well, there's always modifications on everything, Rob.
Yeah, no, it's just to keep me busy, because otherwise you could, that XO one. I've just looked. The price is like £850 here. You could go out and buy one, hit the 100 mile down in the street, and then what do you do?
You aim for 200 miles on the street.
No, just
Huh?
I'd rather start off with something, and then I think it's the fitter or mechanic in me.
Well, you can tell because you're a printer that you're a builder. And
Well, I
see,
was a fitter forever, wasn't I, with the trucks?
I'm a user. I want it to do what it's supposed to do right out of the box. I don't want to have to play with anything. I don't want to have to modify anything.
I get great enjoyment out of
Yep.
bringing it back in, fixing it, stripping it down, seeing what I can do.
Now, what did you think about the DJI FPV? Did you like that or no? Or
I haven't flown it yet.
oh, okay.
No, I haven't flown it yet. I'm hoping not to go into hospital this week and fly it this weekend. I'm
Uh-huh.
hoping. I got so many ones I want to fly. The Nano Plus.
Yeah, you still
I
got
got
that in
that.
the box, right?
Yeah, no, it's actually being used.
Oh,
Yeah, the guy who flies for me says it's an amazing drone. The low light capability is ridiculous, he reckons.
so that's the Nano Plus, right?
The small one. Yes.
Yeah, because the Pro is a step up, right? The Nano Pro, the Nano Plus.
No, the light is the middle one, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which in fact I'm expecting that as well today. Hey Jake Drone Life.
Jake Stone Life, how you doing? Welcome.
But yeah, I got a load of other FPV drones as well. So I want to try them as well. I do. I wouldn't say a load, a big ball. I was going to try and do the analog first, but I'm just going to switch to digital and just be done with it.
Yeah, well, Jake says that the DJI FPV is a long-range cinematic cruiser, not
Yeah.
for freestyling, even though
Yeah.
it will do some
Yeah.
flips and flops and those kind of things.
Well, you know, if I ever bought that, I mean, that's the thing is I'm going to buy it for just the cinematic.
Yeah.
Stuff,
Long cruises, isn't it?
Because it's got a longer flight time, just like the regular cinematic drones, depending on how hard you push it, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I also got the Bumblebee, the Titan, and the ProTech, and the Nazgul. Whatever that is. All on 6S. FPV drones. Oh. I still haven't got my light down. I'm not bothering.
Yeah, the range and the latency on the DJI FPV is amazing, Jake says,
Yeah.
because I would imagine it's like anything else. There's a latency.
Yeah.
Some don't have as much as others, you know, but that's because it's digital, right?
So, do you know if Marcel found his thing?
If Marcel what?
Found his drone?
No, not yet.
Well, I seen him out in a boat the other day, but then I only managed to watch like half of it. And I didn't see the other half to see if he actually found it.
Yeah, no, not that we're aware of, is he, Paul?
What's that?
Marcel hasn't found his drone yet.
No, not yet. No, he was out on the weekend again, but he was by himself, I think. So he then ended up just flying. He didn't actually go to actually look for the drone.
He was in the canoe. I seen him in the canoe.
Yeah. Because that one that Marcel lost, that was what, a 5-inch? I think it was.
Yeah.
It was larger.
It was a long range one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he did do a long range on it, didn't he? When he
Jake, I'm not sure exactly what manufacturer it was, but it was a 5-inch long range that got away from him over top of a small stream or waterway. And
yeah, I'll find the video now, Jake.
Yeah, because he actually posted it because he got it off the controller, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, or his phone or whatever. Yeah.
He was screen recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Jake. There's the video of it.
JD said my data analyzer comes today. Well, also got a cheap second action camera to try mounting on the RCs.
Oh, what camera did you get, JD? Analog, but he lost the GoPro, which was on there, and obviously the drone and everything else.
Yeah, the GoPro's in the drink. I don't know. Was it a waterproof GoPro, Rob?
I don't know.
Because I know they make two different models. One water resistant and one waterproof. But I think I can't
You'll still
remember
be able to
whether
get a
he told
memory
us
card,
it's the
don't you?
waterproof up to 15 feet or 20 feet or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, it depends what the IP rating is on it, you know?
And I think, wasn't there quite a current where it went into, so it could have.
Yeah,
Moved a
that
little
was
bit.
going up and down, wasn't it? Because he was going there at
Yeah,
high tide and low tide, and
Yeah, see, that's the problem there. But he said it's not that deep. There's only like, what do you say, 2 or 3 meters? So
yeah, 10, less than
let's say
about
still
10
10 foot, isn't it? 10,
Yeah.
12
Yeah.
foot.
I don't think it'll be right where it went in. I think it's going to be downriver
Well, yeah, it's
someplace.
going to drift a little bit, whatever.
Yeah.
it was.
Depend how fast it is. That could be half a mile down there, couldn't it?
Well,
Exactly.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Because them
And-
propellers hanging out, they're going to act like paddles, isn't they?
And
know,
like you say, Robbie, he's got to calculate exactly what time of day it went in, so he knows whether the current's coming in or going out.
Yeah.
The tide, because that would be the direction more likely went from the point of impact.
I'm sure.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, I was looking at this today, JD. For the RC cars, I was, because I don't want to put an expensive one on mine for the speed runs and things. But this one was about $50. Looks like the Insta 360.
Yeah.
Is it the Insta? I don't know.
Insta 360 is the little melon one, like a little.
Yeah, this one looks like it, but it only does 1080p. But
Oh, yeah.
it seems alright, you know, for the money, $50, you can't. It doesn't matter so much how many bounces off and slides down the road.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna have to cover some ground.
Tell me that. Tell me.
Oh,
Yeah, Paul, about 10:30, I got to get off because I got to go do those signs and I got to go see Bonnie later. So
Yeah.
I got a, time limited day today.
Well, that's okay. I understand. Life goes on. You can't spend your whole day on YouTube, although I find that I do more and more of it all the time.
Yeah. The unfortunate part, you still got to go out and make money. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm back.
Hey,
Back.
The fire is extinguished. Like everything is under control.
Okay. The place is not burning down.
No.
Okay.
But it was funny. I went to Canadian Tire yesterday in the automotive shop, and I asked them, I want a little hose, a little rubber hose. He goes, for what? I go, well, gas or whatever. It doesn't matter. He goes, well, what size? I go, and what is it for? For which car? I go, it's for craft. And then he replied something. He didn't hear me say craft. And then I took the guy out and I said, no, it's to put on this. And then he looks at it. It's in a small little intercooler for a model car, a model RC. And then the guy go, oh, cool. And then he starts saying, yeah, I also have RCs. And he's naming all his radio control cars. So it was kind of funny.
So have you got a 3D printer now, Frank?
I got a resin printer that
yeah.
got loaned. Somebody loaned it to me. Says, here, I got this on the trade. Learn how to use it, and then bring it back here and show me.
Oh, okay. How you getting on with it?
So it's not bad. It's different, and it's kind of cool. Don't like too much the smell of it, but I am getting the water soluble resin, so it's not as harsh for the smell, and you can just
have
rinse
no
it with
idea
water.
about them.
So you can just rinse it.
No, go on, sorry.
You can just rinse it with water. You don't have to use a like dip it in another solution. Yeah, so it's very easy to work with the water soluble one, but there's still a little bit of smell to it.
So with that printer, the resin sits in a bowl in the bottom, and does it go in like that and print it upside down?
That is correct. That's correct. So it actually, when you look at it from your bed, when you're putting the support on it, you look at it like your printer would, but it actually starts printing upside down. So
Yeah.
so everything is just hanging. So it's kind of interesting. But I was putting everything flat at the beginning, and it was working out, but I was getting some errors. But I started watching some videos, and people say, well, put it on an angle, even like 30 degree, 20. It's better to put it on the 45. So put it like that, and you'll get better results. So I've been doing that. Just it takes a little longer because you have farther to go. But it's like this took 2.5 hours to print for this one.
It's not bad. And then you just get one color, do you, in the resin? Or
no resin? Well, you don't have that many color. You do have clear. You got black. You got white. You got gray. This is a gray one, but I actually printed, put chrome on it. But the details on this is just like, this is not even sanded. It's pretty good. This is the original color on this side. For this one, it's a gray resin I've been using. So, but the details on it is so nice.
Yeah, they say that resin printers are better for small detail stuff, don't they? You know, like model railways and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I did a fox skeleton head, and it turned out very good. I'm happy with the resolution and details on it, so it's kind of cool.
Oh wow, Jake Strong, is saying in the chat, he just bought a 10 scale axial grave digger crawler.
Oh yeah.
And a bash of a Thunder Tiger MT4. Don't know what that is.
Too funny, I had the wrong chat up.
Sorry?
I had the wrong chat showing. I had the chat from another video, so when you said that, I looked up at the chat, started reading it. I didn't see that.
Hey, I'm going to show you a quickie little thing I just popped up. It's kind of hilarious. I think it's kind of humorous, but then again, you can probably predict what's going to happen here. 2 seaplanes.
Oh.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oops.
Oops.
He's not going anywhere soon.
No. Yeah, you just never know,
Yeah, so I was saying, what do you think of these laminators then? I see Sparks, he's got a couple now, a couple of new ones.
Yeah.
Wow, look at the detail on that.
And the twin turbos, I actually 3D printed those also with resin, so.
Yeah, that's wicked.
Now, how big is a 10th scale model? RC car? Or RC car?
It's about 12 inches long.
Okay, all right. What are the biggest ones that you've seen out there, Frank?
Well, the Raminator is one that's pretty big that
it
retail, in other words, that you can actually buy.
Yeah.
But that's like 400 pounds or whatever it is. It's
wow.
pretty big. You almost need 2 guys to put it in the truck.
You sure wouldn't want to run into a crowd of people with that, would you?
Oh my God, no. So maybe 3 foot high.
Wow.
Yeah, they are something else. They are.
Yeah, and especially like the Armas and Once you get a little bit bigger, the slash, it's not bad. When you get hit on the shin with it or on the leg, it's not as bad. It's still gonna hurt, but they are so light. They are very fast, but so very light. So being light, it doesn't hit as hard. But
Yeah.
when you get to the Armas and the other ones, 1/7
X-Maxes
scale
them
and
sort of
1/5
things,
scale,
yeah.
they get pretty heavy. And when you got all that weight and momentum coming at you, you better get out of the way.
Yeah. And I would imagine they take pretty good sized batteries too, right?
Well,
Some of them do,
got
yeah.
80cc engines in.
Wow.
Yeah, you are right, Jake. Not all 10 scale are 12-inch, because you do have to realize that just like in real world, when you take a Mini Cooper or a Cadillac, they are not the same size. So when
I
you
was gonna
do
say,
scale them down, so
Smart car to a Mercedes.
they are pretty close to 10 scale. Like I've seen some guys take the wheel, like a Camaro, and then put a different body on it, but it's not really the same car. So theoretically, it should have been a longer wheelbase or shorter wheelbase, but it's still a 10th scale. So it all depends. They're usually 200 millimeter wide. That's the bodies that they put on it. So it all depends on the manufacturer.
Yeah.
This crawler is about 18 inch. Yeah. Crawlers, that's another thing, because you take a pickup truck and put it beside a real car. A pickup truck is way longer. So that's when you get an 18 inch. He's probably talking about that, probably the Sen truck, the pickup truck from Sen. They have a very long wheelbase for those.
Put that against the Suzuki Samurai.
Yeah. You take a Suzuki Samurai, very short wheelbase, yes. But in general, you're looking at around 12 inches long, generally, about 10.3 inches wheelbase from hub to hub. That's usually the standard, but you do have longer ones, like 12 inch, shorter ones, 9 inch. They do vary.
Rob, is that about the size of the one you've got coming?
Yeah, I tend to stay around the 10 scale. I do. I don't know why. There's a lot now. They're doing so much smaller than they, Frank.
Yeah.
You know, little crawlers and drifters, but it just I don't know. Don't seem to interest me, because they got one now. See, 176 scale, and them little dotty things.
Yeah.
They're Mini Coopers, I think they are.
Yes, and they're very small, and some of them actually have FPV on them. So they have a little tiny camera, and you can just drive around your kitchen.
Really?
It's really neat. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're even smaller than a Hot Wheel car.
But they still got fully proportional steering and acceleration as well. They have.
Wow.
They actually charge up off the remote. They sit on the remote under like a USB or a phone.
What kind of speed would you get out of something like that?
No, I don't know. 5, 10.
Oh, I don't know. It's fast enough to get in trouble, because the what's happening with that, it's so small. The wheelbase are so close together. So as soon as you start turning, it seems to be very fast, but you're probably going 5 miles an hour or even less. But because of the sheer size of it, it seems like it's booting. It's going fast. So it's very interesting.
So if you're not careful and you crank it to the left, there's a possibility of rolling it. Is that what?
I think they'll slide more than anything, will they?
It's going to slide more than anything. It depends on the surface you're at. If it's a very grippy surface,
Okay.
yeah, you will flip, but usually you'll slide more than anything.
So it'd be almost like a drift car where it slides.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them are front wheel steering, so it'd understeer. It would. The 5th scale, gas powered. I do like
The
the.
Sen RCs have these pickup truck, and these are very long wheelbase. Very nice, very scale. They're not that good for crawling. Some people do use it for crawling, but because of the long wheelbase, you will get in trouble. But once you know that you have long wheelbase, then it's not as bad.
I was
But you
watching a
see what-
video
you
this
see what
morning of
Mike-
somebody jumping theirs.
Hey, Paul, did you see what Mike put in the chat?
Albert just kicked the shit out of a possum in my back. Probably in the back of his truck.
Well, his backyard, I think.
Yep.
In my back, my wife said.
I asked if
Probably in the backyard.
Get it on camera. Yeah.
See, the
Hey,
length of this,
JDS is in there too.
the length of this truck is 26.7 inch long. So 26.7 inch long, which is over 2 feet. And the wheelbase is 17.6 wheelbase from,
Wow,
so
that's pretty squatty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Long
People
and-
use
long
people
and
use
wide.
them to put a trailer on to tow the
Yeah.
RC car, don't they?
some people to do that, to put a trailer or to actually put a fifth wheel hook on it and actually
Yeah,
build a
goose
fifth wheel
neck.
trailer. So
Yeah. So what's next on your list then, Frank?
well, I want to finish my semi truck. I do have a Scania semi truck. I got to finish that
Oh,
one
really? What model?
from. Man, I can't remember. Let me look it up.
I am a Scania man through and through.
Actros. Sorry, it's an Actros.
That's
I
a
have.
Mercedes.
Mercedes Actros. Yeah,
Yeah, Acros. Yeah.
Acros. Okay, that's how you mention it. You name it.
Yeah, we do over here. They're still a nice truck. They are mine.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I got to finish that one off. I've been putting it aside. I started and then I put it aside, and I started working on too many other projects. I just got to get back into it.
So
It's just like
what
that
do you
Dodge, that Dodge Drifter. I wasn't planning on it, but I got such a sweet deal on Facebook Marketplace. The guy was selling it for $100 for everything, remote, the charger, and all that. So I picked it up for $100. Turned around, sold the charger for $50. So that thing is only costing me $50. So, and I might have put with the paint and things like that, maybe another $50 into it. So I'm back at $100. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is.
It's still a pretty sweet deal for that car now that it's all fixed.
Yeah, I still have that 6.4 you got.
So what are you printing, Rob?
Just bits and pieces, camera mounts
Okay.
and brackets and just other bits and pieces. Nothing exciting. Oh,
You are a good girl. Yes, you are.
Yeah, Jake, that was a pretty good deal. That's why I jumped on it, and I could have put it aside right away and not work on it, but I was so I was in the momentum of things. And I said, "Oh, I want to do this with this. I want to do that with that," and it turned out pretty good.
I haven't seen no videos of your Mad Max. Have you done anything with that?
I just did one video. Is when I build it. At the end, there's me running it, but I do want to take it out. I'm waiting. The snow is starting to melt right now, which is good because it's sticky.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So I want to build a little tiny wall, like maybe an inch thick, and just ram it right through it and do a slow motion with the Mad Max going through the snow. So
Yeah.
I did that last year with another car, so I want to do it again with that one this year.
Now, what do you use for wall material?
Just use the snow. You just take the snow and you pack it, and then you just
Okay.
just build it. Don't pack it too hard, and the snow is soft enough. And I basically put a little jump behind it, so you don't see the jump. So as it comes through, it seems like it's in the air, but it's just a little bit in the air.
Oh wow!
I
So
seen that. I can't remember what car you used.
Yeah, it was my silver one. Last year I did it with my silver one. The Isuzu MU, I think it was.
Yeah, I can't remember.
That's
can
a
remember
cool
what
idea.
it-
You know, I thought maybe you were going to put styrofoam or whatever but that's cool.
Well, somebody started printing me 1/10 cinder blocks. So he gave me a crate full. So I got like a crate full of cinder blocks, and I told him, "Oh, I need more. I need maybe 3 or 4 times more." And he goes, "Why?" Because I want to build a wall, and I want to take my RC and just go through the wall and put that in slow motion, and you'll see the cinder blocks just like come apart. So it would be fun and interesting to see.
Sure.
Yeah, Jake, I did see it. It's pretty cool, but RC Sparks added in his maybe a year ago, a bit longer than that. He had the 80cc. I think he was the first one to have it in his laminator.
80cc engine. Kevin, well, the problem with Kevin Talbot, he does do overblown thing, which is kind of cool. But I stopped watching him. Some of the stuff he does, to me, he does crazy things just to try to get the views. And for him, it's the views and it's the money that he's making off it, which there's nothing wrong with it. But sometimes the way he treats those RCs, he does it on purpose to hit a wall or to try to break it.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't like that. So that's why I stopped watching it. Yes, I do break the RC cars. I go to skate park and I jump and I have fun, but I'm careful doing it. I don't do it to break it. I do it to have fun and try a jump and try this. And sometimes I do hit a wall or I do land wrong and then something breaks. That's okay. I'm not doing it on purpose. But when you say, hey, let's see how high we can make this thing fly and things like that and see if it's going to survive. To me, it's not for me.
Yeah. Oh God, you destroy some cars. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go. My alarm is buzzing at me.
Hey Rob, you take care, and we'll see you soon.
Great seeing you again, Frank. I haven't seen you in ages.
Yeah, nice talking to you.
Yeah. Hey, the only question I have for both of you while you're both here is this, you know, that flying car now, you know, the one that has wings and it also runs as a car. Has anybody made a model of that actually does go as a car and does fly? Because they just announced yesterday that it's going in production and you can buy it next year.
Some people did try it with Slash and things like that, put wings and put different things, but the Slash is still too heavy. There is some people that tried it. I know some people tried it with quads. It works a little bit better with a quad, but with a plane, it's a little harder because you do need a bigger engine because of the weight of the actual car.
Right.
But it is doable to a certain intent. So,
yeah, but my thought was, Frank, is that if they are going to have them in production, you know, there's going to be lots of people out there go, yeah, I'd like to have one of those.
Right, I got to drop off.
Okay, Rob. Take care.
See you all
buddy.
in the chat. See you, Dre and Jake.
See you there.
JD, bye.
Now that Rob is gone, I'm going to have to go soon also because I came here just for him.
Yeah,
so I'm going to have to go.
I understand.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We're going to hang on here for a little while, but I think Paul's got to leave here soon.
Yeah, I got a couple of signs I got to go, or 3 signs I got to go do, and then I want to go see the wife after lunch. So
yeah.
So kind
too many Pauls in this stream.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the RC cars and trucks is a great hobby, and you've taken it to the max too.
Well, I like customizing it, just like what I did with this and the fender flares. Everybody's eyes are just opening up wide. He goes, how did you do that? How did you marry the styrene with the Lexan and make sure it's stuck there and make sure that it actually looks good the way it does?
Right.
Like, so.
Well, now in your videos, have you done any tutorial class? Like the first episode is how to do this. The second episode, how to do that. Third episode, how to do this.
Yes, I did do that. Not for this car, but for other things, I've done that. And basically, those are my most viewed videos, the how-tos. How to use the glue or comparison of glues and things like that. Those are my best videos. For this one, I did not do that because
YouTube is the best platform for if you want to know how to do something, you go look it up on YouTube.
Yeah. So for this car, I did not know if it was going to work. I did not know if it was going to turn out good. So I took a lot of pictures, but not a lot of videos. So I could do a video with pictures and do a narrative on top of it. This is what I did. This is how I did it. And
Right.
this is just how it turned out. In other words.
That car turned out fantastic.
Yeah. Thanks.
Absolutely fantastic.
For some people that hadn't seen it, I'll show it again.
Yep. Show it one more time.
So basically it's a Viterra V100 and the body was all hacked up here, was cut after the door actually, because I
Yeah.
guess the wheelbase wasn't right for this. So I actually did a styrene and did a white body kit on it. And
Looks good, though.
it looks,
Oh man, there doesn't look like there's a flaw on it. It looks like it came that way,
Mhm.
which is what you want to do, right?
and I put a piece of styrene there. I am going to put a logo here on top. I am going to put kind of some letters here on the side for Drifter and a sponsor and all that. So I will be putting yellow lights for the headlights.
LED.
I got an idea I want to try is I did buy some hot glue, but dark hot glue, black. And what I want to do is I want to hold the light and actually encase it all around in hot glue and then hold it against here and put the hot glue all around it. And then you won't see them until they turn on, in other words.
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it should look good. They're going to be black, and then as soon as you turn on, you're just going to see two little dots. So if I go with 3 millimeter, I should be able to put three here, 3 millimeters. So you'll see three little yellow dots turn on for the headlights, and one for the clicker.
Yeah.
And at the back, I want to do something similar. Here I left it open, but since I'm putting the radiator here like this, I might not be putting lights, but I might put one here on the side. And
Yeah.
I did put it clear here. You can't see, but it is clear because I was going to put a light behind it or something, and I will be putting underglow on it. So this thing is turning out to be pretty cool.
Oh,
And,
that's
You're gonna put underglows too on it. Cool. That's
Yeah.
nice.
So
Wow, cool.
it's going to be interesting, and I'm thinking I'm going to be selling this, either auctioning it off or selling it, just because my price for it was so low that I can sell this and make a little bit of money and buy something else, another kit, and actually make money on it. But I'm starting to really love this guy, so it's going to be hard for me to let it go.
Well, the
But
other thing
Yeah,
too
yeah.
is, have you sent photos and everything to the manufacturer of that truck?
no,
Maybe-
this body
maybe-
is no longer available anyways. Nobody can buy this body. But I
Maybe-
should send it to Viterra, which is now Losi. I should put it on their
Right.
page.
Exactly.
show some
because
stuff,
They
but I
might be
will.
interested in sponsoring you and sending, what else do you want us to send you? You know?
Yeah.
What else do you want to customize and do
Yeah.
and blah, blah, blah.
Exactly, because you're really good at customization.
Cool. Anyways, Paul, I gotta run, so
Okay,
I'll talk to
Paul.
you.
Yeah, we're
See
not
you
gonna
guys.
stay on all that much longer anyway, Paul, but
Okay,
thanks.
we'll see you.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, because you have a talent, Frank, that, a lot of people, RC people out there only wish they had the talent you have, because I think one of your biggest assets is you're meticulous about things.
A
Where-
little bit. There is some flaws a little bit on the plane, the lines and things like that, but you can't see that on video on thing.
Right.
But I should have used my Tamiya tape, which I find is better tape. But I did get a little bleeds, but I tried to clean it up. But it's still very good. It's still nice.
I'd be taking some videos and pictures of that baby, and I'd send it to all the different truck manufacturers. Say, hey, if you want to make yours look like this,
Mhm.
let me know.
Well, I already have the stcrc.ca. They're a online store right now. They are going to be opening up a store. They actually approached me to do some of their builds.
Sure.
So, and they are going to be paying me with products and other things to actually do the work for them.
Right.
So it's already starting that stores are actually approaching me to actually give me some stuff to do
Yep.
and build for
And
them.
the more exposure you get, Frank, the more you're going to get calls.
But I just don't want it to become work.
Yeah.
it
Oh,
has
yeah.
to stay a hobby.
Yeah, a passionate hobby.
Yeah.
Because that'll drive you to do it, but yet it isn't like work where it's the mundane, okay, now what? Now what?
Because that happened to me when I was doing weddings and special occasions for video. I was making videos for wedding and special occasion. A DJ guy approached me, one of my buddies, and that owned the DJ. He says, "Hey, I love your video and how you make them. I want to hire you, and I'll give you jobs. I'll give you some stuff." So sometime he booked me like 2 weddings in one weekend, or four weddings in a month, and I was just like, "You got to do the editing. You got to sit down, watch the film. You got to do the editing. You got to like." There's so much work when you do video editing. It was no more fun then. It was just no more fun. I told him, "No, it's too much work." So, and I told him, "This is a hobby of mine, and it's turning out to be a job right now, and I don't want it to be a job." So I got to watch that, make sure it doesn't become a job.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you need to be kind of careful with, because you don't want to burn yourself out, but yet you want to maximize. Frank, I'm gonna screen share something just because you have an inquisitive mind, you want to know, and since you do videos and things, have you heard of this? The Yellow Box, Yellow Live?
No, but I did see something similar to that one.
Well, I just bought one. It's coming, but it allows you, has so many different inputs, and
Yep.
it's on-screen tap. You can actually run things with it. Different cameras, different angles. You can record with it, or you can live stream right from that. It just was intriguing to me, and I thought, since you used to do weddings and all kinds of things, you put an SD card in and you can record, and you can do swipes, you can do picture in picture, you can split, you can do all kinds of things.
Yeah, green screen, you can, that's pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah, it really is. And this is the Pro. I ended up buying the original one, like down here, just to try it out. But everybody says to get the Pro if you're going to get one, because it has more inputs, more outputs, and it's a little bit better. And it's on Amazon. I just thought, and there's a ton of videos, Frank, if you want to pique your curiosity, you can go over and look at those. And it really intrigued, it piqued my interest. And I just know that since you've done weddings, you've done photography, you've done videography, because in the old days, when I say old days, 2-3 years ago, in order to do that kind of thing, you'd have to have a van with all kinds of equipment inside. Here it is, it's a tablet, this big, and it's mind blowing. It's called a YOLO box.
Yeah, you hook up a USB camera to it, a high resolution USB camera, and you can even 1 or 2 or more USB cameras on it. And you have your little mobile studio.
Switch cameras just by tapping on the screen, and I bought it not necessarily that I'm going to utilize the hell out of it, but I just am so intrigued by it. And the feeling is, well, if it turns out it's not something that I want, I can always sell it,
I used to do figure skating competitions. And I used to videotape the competition. So what I did is and the biggest one I did was on 4 ice. The arena had 4 ice and 1 center corridor. So I was there and I had 4 cameramen recording all the events, all the things. And every hour I went and got the tape from a guy and I sat down, and then the people came to see me, and he goes, "I want my daughter, she skated at such and such time." So then I just rewind the tape, transferred it, and gave her the footage, and I made good coins with that. It was fun. But there was a lot of laws and restriction. In other words, I could not sell the footage of somebody figure skating to somebody else's. So because they were scared that somebody was going to monitor her routine and steal the routine from them.
Yeah.
And they're thinking, I go, what? Like somebody can walk into a camera and videotape them themselves. Like, what the heck?
Right. Yeah.
But nowadays, everybody has cell phones, so
Yep.
it's completely different.
Yes, exactly. And the other thing that's intriguing, since I ordered that, I saw a YouTube said that you can use an iPhone with it as a camera. And so therefore you don't have to have the bigger cameras or whatever. Because my thought was in special events, I'd get a PTZ camera and just hook it to that and you'd be right in business. But yeah. And you can also put drone on a live feed, just wirelessly back. You could use your crawlers. You could live feed that back. I mean, there's so many things that potential. I says, oh, what the hell? I bought one yesterday, so it's coming next week.
Yeah, I'm thinking of different type of events to do with the RC trucks for this summer. One of them is going to be called recovery or whatever. So I'll do recovery thing, and I want maybe 3 or 4 guys that are going to be recovery. In other words, a tow truck company. And then everybody else is going to go on the trail. And if they flip or get into an accident, or if they flip, roll over or whatever, they have to call out, hey, I need help over here, like 311 or 911.
Yeah.
And then wherever the guy is, the recovery guy is going to have to go there. So whoever does the most recoveries they're going to be the one that actually wins.
That's cool. That's definitely cool.
So.
Yep. Well, there's a myriad of things that people will watch, and
I'm actually building one. I'm going to be building a truck soon. It's a recovery truck, but it's going to have like a boom arm on it that you can actually lift, and it's going to extend.
Right.
So it's a boom arm that you can swivel all the way around.
Yep.
So I'm going to have that as a recovery truck. So that should be interesting.
Cool. Okay, Frank. Well, I think we're going to call it here, buddy.
Cool.
And it was great having you here. You're welcome anytime, Frank. Because I usually always put the link up on the top of the chat, because I figure if it's somebody comes in that I don't want here, I can just boot them back out again.
Yeah, you can. Cool.
Okay, everybody in the chat, thanks for being here, and thanks for supporting Frank's channel. Make sure you go over and check his channel out and take advantage of the wealth of knowledge that Frank has garnered over the period of time. Anything you want to know about RC trucks, cars, whatever, Frank's your man.
Thank you.
Everybody, we'll see ya.